especially when we have the Kansas City steak. Not just any burger, but their biggest brisket burgers. These are the 6 or 12 count of the 6-ounce brisket burgers. Customer Choice Award nominee again for Best Burger, and we're offering for $49 6 of these with 4 payments of $12.50, or you can double the order and pay $76.98 for 12 and save $23. There's not a ton of these available. We do guarantee delivery before Labor Day, so if you want them for your grilling, then feel free. And there is auto delivery, so you can lock into a price and get them every 90 days for a full year. Ralph Pallarino is our chef and expert for Kansas City. This is one of our longest running food brands here at QVC. And the reason is because they do exactly what they say. Bring us those restaurant-style burgers to the door.
Yeah, I feel like we've nailed the recipe, right? It's all about a recipe. When people think hamburger, which I'll tell you the difference in a second. Hamburger is an inexpensive collection of meat put together in a very tightly wound patty. Doesn't sound great, right? A steak burger, or in this case, a brisket burger, is brisket. Now, brisket, you say to yourself, well,
what's that?
What's that? Well, it's that thing, that barbecue thing that you cook for hours and hours to get it tender because it's so heavily marbled, but it takes so long to make those flavors pop and melt, all that marbling. In this case, we facilitate that by taking ground brisket. We grind it up very coarsely, we put it in the burger, and that facilitates that process of cooking it for 8 to 12 hours. So what you end up with is a very unique, very rich tasting burger.
Tastes like a steak.
That tastes like a steak. I mean, literally, it's like a steak.
It is.
So, and again, it's a recipe, so it's just enough fat. It's just enough, a little bit of chuck, which comes from the shoulder, and then that brisket, where you don't see people using brisket for burgers. So this is like high-end burger.
Well, and then it becomes yours. So then it could be the bacon cheddar burger. It can be the bacon and blue burger. It can be whatever the toppings that you like on your burger. But what you get, and when you bite into it, it is tender and juicy, and oh my goodness, they're just outstanding. 4 easy pays available on this. Go away at the end of the day. You'll get them in packets.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do this. Yeah.
You want to show us that?
Yeah, sure.
Packets of 2, or is that 1?
Just one each, because they're going to be 6 ounces. So this is a big burger. This is your dinner burger, right? This is that burger you'd see at that high-end restaurant on the menu, because they all have a burger, right? But it's got to be a burger that justifies the price. And in this case, you get it home and you're not paying that restaurant price. So it's a unique burger. And can you imagine telling your friends we're having brisket burgers? You know they're going to say, well, how do you get, how does brisket end up in a burger?
I was thinking more like your friends come over, they eat the burger, and then the next time they come, they're like, oh, do you have those brisket burgers again?
They will.
You have set the bar
so high,
and now they want only the best. Yeah,
well, literally, that's what happened at my house. They were like, where did you get these burgers from? I said, where did you think? You can see, of course.
We got the burgers.
Yeah. They're so good. All right, so here's what we have going. If you want the 6 count, we have 630. If you want the 12 count, there are 460 available in that. And once again, if you want to lock into the auto delivery, you certainly can do that as well. You're going to get the experience guide as well as all the information about the cuts of the beef when you get this home. So when you talk Kansas City, you're talking about a company that has been at QVC for longer than most food brands and have been supplying those top restaurants across the country. So there's a good chance that the burger that you might have eaten at your favorite restaurant came from Kansas City.
I keep these at home. My husband goes crazy over them. We had a barbecue earlier in the year, had these brisket burgers. People went bananas.
They're so good.
Where did you get the burgers from? And I told them.
What's your favorite way to prepare a burger? Does anybody ever ask you how you like them? I know you ask us all the time.
Oh, no, you mean like medium rare, medium?
How do you like to eat?
I'm going to show you, not just tell you.
Okay.
I'm going to put my money where my mouth is.
Okay. Something like that. Let's watch it.
Okay, so I'm going mustard and ketchup.
Okay.
My favorite.
I don't go ketchup on hot dogs. Let's be clear. I do like ketchup, just not. It's okay.
Not on hot dogs. Okay.
So I go mustard, ketchup on the bottom. There's some pickles that I'm going to put on top of that, and then I like this. This is my new one.
Oh, this is decadent.
Okay.
Potato chips.
Potato chips on a
What are you two?
This is what I'm doing right now. Okay. So yeah, and then we go pickles.
Oh,
okay.
Wow.
Pickles like that. And that's
really?
it. Now hear that crunch.
Oh,
there's the crunch.
My goodness.
Okay.
Potato chips?
That's right.
Potato chips.
Potato chips. And there
really?
Yeah. And since you did mention, what is your preferred temperature?
So I go medium rare.
Medium rare,
Now
okay.
we had sirloins on the other day. We were
Yeah,
talking
we
about this
did.
with Mary Beth, and she's like, "What do you recommend cooking these?" And I'm like,
Right.
"Don't go past medium.
Medium.
Only because they're gonna get dried out."
Right.
Now here's the thing with these brisket burgers, because we're using brisket,
Yep.
which is again a heavily marbled, juicy, rich piece of meat.
Yeah.
We could go past medium well plus.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna dry these out. That's what's good.
And what
about this.
happened was I had them in a little chafing dish, Jane, and so you know where it keeps the things warm. So of course, unfortunately,
Yeah,
it kept
it
cooking them a
keeps
little
them
bit.
cooking, yeah.
They were amazing.
They were
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah,
they
still
weren't dried
great.
out.
It's-
Nobody wants a dried out burger.
And it's such a great point because when you have parties, a lot of times you're cooking these, you're kind of cooking them beforehand.
Right.
And putting like indirect heat on the
Or
grill.
you're just busy doing other things,
Yeah,
which
you're
happens
just-
to me all the time,
Absolutely.
Ralph. I'll walk away from the grill to get somebody a drink or refill glasses or check on the side dishes, and then you come back and you're like, oh no, my burgers.
Yeah.
These though are pretty much goof proof. So
Yeah.
once again, you can pick 6 or 12. We'll guarantee you'll get them before Labor Day. So please ask about that. But if you're like the Brown family and
Yeah.
you love to eat burgers year round,
Yeah.
get the auto delivery, and that way you'll get a shipment every 90 days automatically. Don't wait if you want the 12 count. There's only 400 remaining.
okay.
10 count, a few more than that, but that's it. And first day we're presenting them at this sale price.
Okay.
This is big. It's not the biggest, but it's almost the biggest.
Yeah,
Like
it's our second biggest burger. It's
Yeah.
a 6 ounce, which I think is perfect because this is a
It
richer
is
burger.
6 ounces.
Yeah.
So think about that in
Think
terms
about
of a
that.
steak.
A steak, yeah.
That would probably be more than what I would typically eat in one sitting, a
That's right.
6-ounce steak. So it's a 6-ounce burger.
That's
By the
right.
time you get your toppings and your bun.
the buns, yeah.
That's
So
a
I'm gonna-
good hearty piece.
Yeah, and I want to tell a story here, right here.
Please.
So you notice how this is crumbly? You don't want a tightly wound burger. The idea is for all those juices to hide. So when you bite them, kind of what I'm
come out.
simulating here by pressing down on it, the juices, they go in your mouth, not on the table.
Right.
And can I tell you something about like giving to people
Yeah.
who are in need? So at the shore, we have some neighbors across the street. Gina, I hope you're feeling better. She had a little surgery. She's feeling better.
okay.
And I brought her the burgers. And it was something that she always remembered. Like it was like a big deal.
Yeah.
Because they weren't just hamburgers. Like I couldn't imagine just being like, here's some hamburgers.
I wish you lived across the street from me.
A lot of people do. I have a list.
I'm not feeling good, Ralph.
Yeah. Here's some brisket. But you know what I'm saying? Like they're not hamburgers. They're brisket burgers.
But the thought was there.
The
and
thought,
and
yes.
we know that about you, that you've got a
Yeah.
big heart. So we appreciate that. But again, when you're talking about a burger, man, there's expectations when you work for Kansas City, and for sure you have helped to delight a lot of folks,
Yes.
I think, over the course of the time that this company has been here at QVC. So however you like to build your burger, this is the brisket burger. Big, juicy, delicious. Choose 10 or 6 or 12 at a price of, again, $49.98 for 6 or 12 for $76.98 and save $23. Thank you for stopping by.
You got it.
Safe travels to you.
See you soon, everybody.
Thank you very much.
You got it.
All right, so just wanted to give you a quick reminder of our one-time only values that we offered in the show. First